You guys said you seemed to seem last week you were close after watching the tape in week one.
Yeah.
You watch it this week. What do you come away thinking now?
It wasn't as close as the first week. We just didn't. They just came out and they outplayed us. You know, some days a team comes out and they just play a really good game, and Dallas did that. Uh, Not to say we weren't prepared, because we were prepared. They just played a better game. So same thing as last week. 0-2 now. So it's just like we gotta win. But it's not like the whole season's over if you don't. It's just you want to win games. So we game planning. We got some good stuff in, and we got to come up with a victory.
Well, why haven't you guys been able to get the deep ball going? That seemed like it was going to be a big part of the offense coming in.
It just hasn't happened. We had some shots, but we just didn't connect on them. It's all just happening so fast. His first two games. I guess we get the jitters out the way and get the season going.
There's been a lot of talk about why doesn't Eli just throw you some more balls and let you try to use your athleticism to make the play. And I know Pat Shermer after the game said you don't want him just throwing him into coverage. Is it easier said than done? Than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's easier said than done. Like Coach said, you don't want to just throw them into coverage and stuff like that, but just finding ways to get the ball into the hands of the playmakers and allow us to make plays and keep the ball moving, keep this offense going in the right direction. So.
Odell, for the guys who have been here and you've been through the offensive struggles and you've talked about what needs to be done, how do you prevent it from being more than just 2 games, like going back in your head of what's been past struggles?
I think it's making a conscious effort and decision to put a stop to it at some point, for us to come together as an offense, as a team, and just to play better football, just to play at a higher level than we have been. And that's really, to keep it simple, it's just about bringing that effort, that energy every day to practice, but more importantly on Sundays, and get it going as a group.
What has Sherman been like this week?
Same. He comes to work every day, pretty consistent. So positive. Just like I said, we just all trying to get going, get this first victory, and get that off our shoulders.
Did the Cowboys pay you more attention or throw more or different things at you than Jacksonville did in week 1?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I feel like the Cowboys have always done the same thing with the way that they play. Back off, keep everything in front. No big plays, and they eliminated all big plays. So I don't know if they put more emphasis on it. It's just the scheme that they use. It just worked. It worked for them.
Odell, you've spent a lot of time in that game in Dallas without getting a target. You went a long stretch of time without getting a target. I mean, what is that like for you? You're running out there, you're running the routes, you're playing the game. You're not out of the sideline, but the ball's just not there.
It's tough. It's tough, but I think that's the part where I've grown the most, is just being able to stay in it and know that it's always one play that's right there. It's always one play away.
How much did that test you? You said you wanted to kind of be tested, like
It
how much did that test you?
It was funny because it's like I've been asking for it, and I got it, and it was a tough test, but we made it through. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but you always find small wins, small battles, and you could take from that and use that part as some good.
You've been through this before, as far as adversity and slow starts, but how soon can a season sort of slip away?
Just as fast as it can go the other way too. You could lose 8 in a row, you could win 8 in a row. I mean, you never know. When we got guys like Snacks over there, Snacks, you done? We got, it can go either way real quick. So we just want to make sure that it doesn't go that way. Get this first win and then try and get it going.
Shula said we got to get you the ball early. That's going to be.
I don't mind.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I just know, and I guess it's for anybody. If you can make 1 or 2 big plays early, your confidence is up. You know that, all right, I'm ready for whenever it comes to me again. But when if you don't get it and you can't find a rhythm, it's hard. It'd be like a 3-point shooter getting in the game and he doesn't get to get his shot up. Like, it's hard to find a rhythm. So it's just about finding a rhythm collectively.
What about get the confidence, not just of you, but the team? Maybe if you're able to get something going. Obviously, you're the big playmaker here. injecting a little something in this offense that's obviously looking for a little something.
I think so. I think that's what it really is, and that's where if any frustration, it comes down to that is like not being able to provide that spark that we need. And when you got another electrifying player over there like that, we just want to be able to bring as much as we can each and every time, bring that energy. So I know that a couple touchdowns definitely help the confidence of the offense, and it carries over through special teams and defense.
Odell, you guys have not had a lead in the first 2 games. Does it feel like it when you're on the field as the game's going on that like we're behind, we're always playing from behind?
The second game, and we were only down by 10, but I felt like maybe we tried to press and we tried to, we're trying to hit a home run and we could just be getting on base, I guess. But, it's not really any pressure. I feel like 0-2 is just it's 14 more games in the season. You could win all 14. You could have went 2-0 and you could have lost the next 14. So you never know how it's going to go.
I know you like watching other receivers. Have you ever watched Hopkins that much? Or?
Oh, yeah. I've been watching Hopkins. Have I watched Hopkins? We played against him in the Chick-fil-A Bowl sophomore year, I think the year before he was leaving. And Sammy Watkins got hurt on like the 3rd play of the game. And Hop went crazy for the rest of the game. I've been watching him since college, since he was over there at Clemson. So I love his game. I remember when he was playing, we played him here and he had to catch against Prince down the field, and they called it back. So trust me, I've been watching him for a long time.
Although you haven't been a part of all of it, but is it, when you look at the and obviously it's different years, but the stat, this non-30 point thing that's gone on with you guys, not being able to score 30 points, how absurd is that to you that just hasn't happened? When you think about the talent you have in the room, and
I feel you on that.
obviously you can't. It's accumulation of a stretch of time, but
Right. I feel like there's no way you can't score a touchdown in every quarter and then one somewhere else. It just doesn't seem unrealistic to me. I feel personally I could score 2 touchdowns every game. I feel like Saquon could score 2 every game. I feel like there's other people on this team who could score every single game. That's over 35 points. It's just a matter of executing it and making it happen, really. But it doesn't seem out of reach for me in my mind. I don't want to win 24-21. I'm trying to win 52 to 18, whatever they score. I'm trying to 0. Nobody said it had to be close.
There was somebody brought this up earlier this year, but you haven't won a game since what? The end of December in 16?
I don't remember when the last time I won a game was. Maybe some cards or something, but not an NFL football game. I haven't won one in a long time, so that's definitely not a good feeling. That's not something that you come here to do. You don't come here to lose. Nah, you just don't.
This is not your deal. You can't block. Downfield you can, but is there anything you can see or say to the offensive line? To say some of these plays just aren't getting off the ground from the start because of the duress Eli's in.
I think it's just about bringing more energy, honestly. And we're still feeling each other out. Like, yeah, you've had all the camp and all of that, but until you get into the heat of battle and you know how a player's going to be when if it's tough, if it's that. We're still finding each other, finding ourselves as a team. I think we know what we want to be. It's just about working harder to achieve that goal.
We've asked you about competition with the corners, whether it's Ramsey or anybody else. You mentioned Hopkins. Is this a competition for you out there to kind of show what you got when those guys are going to kind of be?
I feel what you're saying. I feel like I've started to get away from that because you could go for 300 yards and have 5 touchdowns and it's great, and you lose and there's no feeling. It's not a good feeling. Yeah, okay, you had a good game, but you still lost. I hate losing, so it's just more about winning. Of course, I would love to have more yards than Hopkins, but that's not what you go out there to do. I'd love to go against DBs and play a better game than them, but it's really more about getting them wins.